Esther 1. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he's an extremely jealous El. He's so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And Yah is short for YahWeh, YahWeh, Yod-He, Vav-He. There's no difference. It's like saying Dan, Daniel, Daniel with an E. What is different and does matter is when people say that Phil, Bob, Sam, and Aaron are the same name, because no, they're not, and no one in their right mind would believe it. And only a fool would believe that the hammer can force its creator to do something, because no, it can't. And there was no letter J in the Hebrew, Greek, or Aramaic texts, because the letter J is only about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago. And a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua, and I strongly believe that the son of Elohim's name, Yehoshua, means Yahweh is salvation. Esther 1. Esther is spelled Esther in English, and Esther in Hebrew is spelled Este with a half a check mark R. When I say E with half a check mark, the half a check mark is always on top of the E, and it's never been anywhere else, but if it ever is, I'll let you know. And if I say H with a dot, the dot is always underneath of the H, right in the middle. And if I say H with a line underneath of it, or G with a line on top of it, it's always in the middle, underneath or on top. And if I enunciate a word more, it's because it's meant to be the Savior's name, the sovereign's name, the Savior's name, the set apart's name, or like titles. Esther 1. Excuse me. And it came to be in the days of Ahashwerosh. Ahashwerosh is A-H with a dot, A-S-H-W-E with a half a check mark, R-O-S-H. He is the Ahashwerosh who reigned from India to Kush, K-U-S-H, 127 provinces in those days when sovereign Ahashwerosh sat on the throne of his reign, which was in the citadel of Shushan, Shushan, that in the 3rd year of his reign he made a feast for all his officials and servants. The power of Persia, Persia, and Media is basically media, and it could be pronounced media, but I'm pretty sure it's Media, Media. The nobles and the princes of the provinces were before him when he showed the riches of his esteemed reign and the splendor of his excellent greatness for many days, 180 days. And when these days were completed, the sovereign made a feast lasting 7 days for all the people who were present in the citadel of Shushan, from great to small, in the courtyard of the garden of the sovereign's palace. White and blue tapestries were fastened with cords of fine linen and purple on silver rods and marble columns. The couches were of gold and silver on a mosaic pavement of porphyry. 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 Marble, mother of pearl, and black marble, and they served drinks in golden vessels, and the vessels being different from one another, with much royal wine according to the hand of the sovereign, and drinking was according to the law. No one was compelled, for so the sovereign had ordered all the officers of his house that they should do according to each one's pleasure. Sovereigness Vashti, Vashti, also made a feast for the women in the royal palace which sovereign Ahasuerus owned. On the 7th day, when the heart of the sovereign was glad with wine, he ordered Mehuman, Mehuman, Biztha, Biztha, Harboni, H with a dot, ARB with a line underneath of it, ONA, Bigtha, BIG with a line on top of it, THA, and Abegtha, AB with a line underneath of it, AG with a line on top of it, THA, Zethar, ZE with a half a check mark, THAR, and Carcass, KARKAS, the 7 eunuchs who were in attendance in the presence of sovereign Ahasuerus to bring sovereigness Vashti before the sovereign with her royal crown in order to show her loveliness to the people and the officials, for she was lovely to look upon. But sovereigness Vashti refused to come at the sovereign's command brought by his eunuchs, and the sovereign was very wroth, and his rage burned within him. So the sovereign said to the wise men who understood the times, oh, it's a very long set of brackets. Okay, so I'll say 14 is completely engulfed in brackets. Okay, I'll say it without brackets, and then I'll say it with brackets. Because it's so long, I'll point out when the bracket ends and when it starts. So the sovereign said to the wise men who understand the times, that's it. And then for the brackets, it starts as, so the sovereign said to the wise men who understand the times, starting, for in this way the sovereign's matter came before all who knew law and right ruling, and who were close to him, Karshena, Karshena, Shethar, SHE with a half a check mark, THAR, Admatha, Admatha, AD with a line underneath of it, MATHA, Tarshish, TARSHISH, Maries, MERES, Marcina, MARSENA, Memucan, MEMUK with a line underneath of it, AN, the 7 princes of Persia and Media who saw the sovereign's face, who sat first in the reign. End of the brackets. I don't know why they put those in there with no description at the bottom or anything like that as to what their purpose is of putting those brackets in there. But now I'm going to read it without, and I'm going to skip 14 because it's completely engulfed in bracket until I get to 15, which is where it starts. It's part of 13 all the way to 15 is where the brackets are. So the sovereign said to the wise men who understood the times, according to law, what is to be done to sovereigness Vashti, because she did not perform the command of sovereign Ahasuerus, though through the eunuchs, and Memucan answered before the sovereign and the princes, sovereigness Vashti has misbehaved not only toward the sovereign but also toward all the princes and all the people who are in all the provinces of sovereign Yehoshua. So I'm starting to think that it wasn't Ruth that was the one that was supposed to be the violent one. It was supposed to be Esther. So I think I mixed up my what I was being told. It was about it wasn't about Ruth, it was about Esther. It's a confusion and stuff. It's totally fine. Okay. For the matter of the sovereigness shall go forth to all women to make their husbands despised in their eyes. When they say sovereign, Ahasuerus commanded sovereigness Vashti to be brought in before him, but she did not come. And this day the princes of Persia and Media shall say to all the sovereign's officials that they have heard of the matter of the sovereigness with plenty of scorn and wrath. If it pleases the sovereign, let a royal decree go out from him, and let it be recorded in the laws of the Persians and the Medes, Medes, so that it does not pass away, that Vashti shall come no more before sovereign Ahasuerus, and let the sovereign give her royal position to another who is better than she, and the sovereign's decree makes which he makes shall be proclaimed throughout all his rule, great as it is, and all the wives give esteem to their husbands, both great and small. And the word was good in the eyes of the sovereign and the princes. And the sovereign did according to the word of Memucan. So he sent letters to all the sovereign's princes or provinces, to each province in its own writing, and to every people in their own language, that each man should be master in his own house and speak in the language of his people. That each man should be master in his own house and speak in the language of his people. Interesting.